Good morning here in Cherry Valley. You might be able to hear it's raining and it's also a little bit chilly. When I began this walk about, I would say an hour ago, almost immediately I came upon a rainbow, and a rainbow is usually a harbinger of good things. But this morning I'm not thinking a lot of good thoughts. Even though I'm enjoying the heck out of this walk. For the past 40 minutes or so, I've been thinking about Tom Waits and his cover of Big Joe and Phantom 309. It was a cold and lonely crossroads at whatever. And I was thinking about bumming my way back to my old hometown. Well, I'm in my hometown. Like I said, it's Cherry Valley, and sure enough, there's, sorry about that. There's a lot of good reasons for thinking about bumming my way back. I'm in good shape though. I'm not cold or mumbling, bumbling, stumbling, fumbling in the early stages of hypothermia or anything like that. I'm dressed appropriately. But hey, I've been thinking about a lot of stuff in this walk, and one of the things I've been thinking about is, first of all, that rainbow. And one of the things that rainbow made me think about was last night's debate. I don't know if you watched it or not. I didn't watch much. I got disgusted pretty early. It was, I've seen a lot of people writing about how John Fetterman did really well, and I've seen other people saying how poorly he did. But to me, one of the most important things to come out of that debate is that Dr. Oz used his medical knowledge to stack that debate. It was not a good debate for John. I don't care how you cut it. I've worked considerably with young kids who have had closed head trauma and other brain injuries, and although you can heal from that, it's not an overnight process, and it's obvious that he's still in the process of recovering from his stroke. The other thing that I take away from that particular debate is that even though he was at times inarticulate, he was way more articulate than many people who are currently in office. I'm thinking of Tommy Tuberville, Louis Gohmert, heck, let's just go ahead and say it, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I think we shouldn't hold his brain injury against him as far as being a senator. But then the other thing that really stuck out for me is that both Dr. Oz and John Fetterman have entered into a suicide pact, a climate suicide pact, and we, the rest of the population of the earth, are going to be held hostage. If we do what they are both saying they will do, then we are screwed. And I'm not going to only blame John Fetterman and Dr. Oz, because the Republicans have shown that they don't give a rat's butt about climate science, at least most of them. And the Democrats have demonstrated overwhelmingly this week that they don't either. I mean, just the day before this, it was announced that Governor Wolf and the oil and gas industry have entered into a pact to bring hydrogen to Pennsylvania, blue hydrogen at that. And what that means is that they are locking in more fracking, and hydrogen is a false solution. We already have many solutions that are better than hydrogen. But guess what? Both the Democrats and the Republicans have said, the heck with that. We need the jobs, which is also an anti-science statement. I mean, economists have looked at this, and there aren't that many jobs in fracking, cracking, piping, or any of the other myriad manifestations of extractive industries like the fossil fuel industry. No. There are many more jobs in things like upgrading our housing stock, like converting to renewable energy sources and the like. But no, both of our senatorial candidates and our governor, and I know our state house and our state senate are all on board with basically driving more nails into the coffin. The IPCC report came out last year and said that we needed to stop using fossil fuels, not tomorrow, not next year, but yesterday and last year. We can't keep dumping carbon into the atmosphere. We certainly can't keep dumping methane into the atmosphere, because methane is a more powerful greenhouse gas than carbon in the short term. And that's all we have, is the short term. So the big lie is that John Fetterman and Dr. Oz are concerned about us. That's baloney. They are concerned about the bottom line for the fossil fuel industry. Now, I heard John start to say that he hasn't taken any money. Well, then that just means that John Fetterman is a whore for nothing. He's repeating the fossil fuel companies' false narrative that we need to frack and crack and hydrogenize our economy, when in fact that is the exact opposite. We don't need to be doing any of that stuff. We need to move on. Hey, have a good day. I'm going to finish my walk, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.